First in flight.
Same boat. That's what the same boat.
First in
That's what it is.
First in free, like a bird out in the wind of the night. Like a 747 to LA if in flight. Free, like a garden flourishing in the wind. Like a student about to do it when he's graduating. Free, from any other energy perception. Can never be defined, create the definition within. Free, just loving life and self and never pretend to be anything other than the man I was meant to be. Travel through time and get a glimpse of the centuries. To come a better day is promised, remember free. Like my nephew, in a few months, about to be out of the penitentiary. Meditation, 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 meditation.
Alright, that's Oakland's own Black Delicious with featuring Gil Scott Hammond, First in Flight. And you're listening to Message to the Grassroots on Poor People's Revolutionary Radio and FM KEXU 96.1 FM and LP. I'm your host, Biz Molotov, aka the Voodoo Child. We have a special guest on tonight, everybody. We want to start the program off with some good news. Last week, April 27th, long-time held political prisoner, over 45 years, Herman Bell, was finally paroled. Herman Bell has come home, everybody. And we say, what's the call? Free them all?
Free them all.
We have 2 more parole hearings coming up with Romaine Chip Fitzgerald, the longest held Black Panther Party member held in captivity in the California Department of Concentration Camps and Torture. So people, let's get ready. Let's get on board with that. Let's support that brother. Also, we have Rochelle McGee, the surviving member of the Marin County jail rebellion, along with George Jackson. You know George Jackson, William Christmas, and C.L. Nolan were killed along with the judge. And that rebellion, and Rochelle McGee has been locked down 50 years. It's time to bring him on too. These people are getting up there. They're elders. So what's the call? Free them all.
Free them all.
We got to support our political prisoners. We have to support them just like they supported us and risked everything. And so, folks, any movement out there that does not acknowledge or recognize that we need to support and work to free our freedom fighters, I say is a sham movement. But moving on with that is we have a special guest on Message to the Grassroots. That's my other show. Message to the Grassroots from Los Angeles. As I say, we hook in the bed with LA, connecting our struggles together up here. So Adam's joining us. Adam is producer, engineer, all of that down with our sister station, RadioJustice.org, Radio Justice LA in LA. Adam's going to be doing some training with the Poor Magazine fam this weekend. So we want to give you the best propaganda that we can give you. I don't want to say
Absolutely.
show, but we coming at you with propaganda. As I say, we decolonizing those colonized brainwaves through revolutionary airways. So welcome to Message to the Grassroots, Adam.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for having me up in first time I've been to Poor Magazine. This is one of the most amazing places I've ever been up here, man. I've been up here like 15 times. You ain't never brought me through here live.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. You do have good music though, man, and I'm happy to be on the show. Thank you for having me, bro.
All right. So Adam, again, you coming from LA, there's a lot of stuff going down in LA we're hearing about up here, especially around the homeless situation. Can you share with us like some of the current stuff that's going on, the fights around that?
Well, I mean, you had a ridiculous increase in homelessness during even just the last homeless count. We're talking like over 20%, you know, so and that's on top of previous years of 14, 18%, you know, so you have, and that's simply the homeless count. And I don't know if y'all ever done a homeless count, but you might as well triple that, especially in a city that makes it a crime to be homeless. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's an explosion. It's the same thing y'all seeing up here, man. I love that. The developers or whatever that is.
Developers.
Developers. And that's what it is, man. You know, like they you know what it is, man. They deindustrialized LA, and development is pretty much the only industry left.
In LA, I mean, that's like the ground zero for the homelessness in this country. I mean, in LA, we have over, the homeless count says there's 56,000 or more homeless people, and as you said, those homeless counts are not really accurate. Usually, it's 3 to 5 times as many people as actually they're counting out there.
Yeah, I was trying to be conservative, man.
Yeah. So I've seen something a little bit yesterday. I didn't get to catch the whole thing, but I saw something about where they were putting up a fence around a homeless encampment. They were fencing homeless people in.
Now, you know what? I still haven't gotten the report back on that, but that was I know that was a business owner that. So what you have taken place in Los Angeles, and it's a lot due to the amazing work of Los Angeles Community Action Network, is you have a situation where, you know, they passed a set of laws, the Safer Cities Initiative, that criminalized sitting or laying on the sidewalk, that made it a crime to block the sidewalk, you know, the same things that y'all have here. But they focused the Safer Cities Initiative, maybe unlike here, in a very specific area, in a 50 square block area of Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles. You know, even though the policy is applied to the whole city, you're talking a massive invasion of police into Skid Row. But and I don't want to, you know, we don't have time to run through the whole thing, you know, like, and I'll tell it the person who told me it. What you got is a pushback, because Can actually recently, over a year ago, won a case to stop
Can?
Los Angeles Community Action Network. I mean, along with Carol Sobel, there's a bunch of people involved in it. Case to stop the city from seizing homeless people's property, which means they don't, because, you know, traditionally they'd have to tear down at 6 a.m., take their stuff, walk around with it. They couldn't sit nowhere till 9 p.m. They could put their stuff down on the sidewalk. Well, this case made it so people could set up permanent encampments. So you have now permanent encampments on the sidewalk. And it's always interesting to me, because, you know, the city always comes with, well, they want the, you know, there's all these homeless people all over the sidewalk, and they're sitting here and they're blocking the sidewalk. Well, you know what? If you don't want that to happen, stop spending. Actually, when we did a dive into the police budget, Killa from Ground Game Los Angeles, a really, really cool organization, especially on the numbers, man. She figured at the end of the day, the yearly police budget for Los Angeles is $2.8 billion after they get done sucking money out of every social service program there. So, and that's what that's the point of Los Angeles Community Action Network doing that. Okay, that's cool. House them then. You don't want to see them on the sidewalk? House them then. Because you ain't going to be able to put them in jail no more, and that's brilliant work. So a lot of pushback has come around that. So, and it's been a consistent back and forth between the building owners downtown who want to gentrify the neighborhood, and the people who, I mean, who want to stay in their neighborhood, of course. I mean, don't nobody want to stay on the street, though, is the point. Build some housing in the neighborhood, it ain't that hard. But you got like 4 or 5 abandoned buildings. You know, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we see, well, same things going up here in the Bay Area, actually.
I mean, it's the same thing all over the country.
And all over the
world.
country. And you know, overseas also, too. The neoliberal model has failed. And we have a surplus population now that's being kicked to the curb. We're asking for more housing, more health care, and they're proposing more jails. So that just shows us that jails is their answer. That is new housing for the surplus population, those experiencing poverty and homelessness. So, anything else you'd like to share with us? Anything about RJLA we should know?
Well, we just built our new studio in Los Angeles. So if you are watching this in Los Angeles, we are now in the Harriet Tubman Center, right on Pico and La Brea. And it's where we're going to be expanding our lineup, and we're going to be reopening our school. You know, so...
What's that school?
Yeah, the school is the People's School of Broadcasting. And what it's designed to do is to take people, you know, we definitely put an emphasis on bringing people in from organizations, but people that want to learn how to do radio, people that want to give a voice to their community.
Right.
I mean, the plan for RJLA is really to embed in different organizations, and we've been doing it, around the city and get them to produce, maybe 1-2 shows. No organization can produce 168 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
But when we come together, we have 168 hours a week. It is a complete canvas of Los Angeles told by the people of Los Angeles.
Right on. And the people being given voice. This is power to the people, or is the show, the tagline of the thing is power
for the people.
Power for the people.
That raw,
So we
uncut community power for your eardrums. Get it?
As we promote here at Poor Magazine, that the people can tell their own stories.
Yeah.
The people can develop their own stories, and we don't have to depend on CNN and ABC and NBC and all the other alphabet corporate media propaganda that comes out that gives us a distorted distorted reality, and basically that purpose is for them to build or as Noam Chomsky calls it, a manufactured consensus. So we're about to run out of time now. Again, we want to thank our special guest from LA, Adam Rice.
Well, thank you for having me.
And make sure to check out RJLARadiojustice.org.
And keep the cat. Hey, this cat is on usually every Friday night. He will be on this Friday at 11 p.m. on Music to Resist By.
Yes, Music to Resist By. Okay, so you've been listening to Message to the Grassroots with your host, Biz Molotov, a.k.a. the Voodoo Child, on KEXU 96.1, Revolutionary Poor People's Radio and TV FMLP, and all power to the people.
Free them all.
Free them all. Free all our political prisoners. Free the land. And most importantly, free your mind and your ass will follow. And we out.
Right on.
All right. That's how it's done.
That's fun.
Okay. How was